She's from Hardin County. She's got 2 minutes. So how many old people remember the old Gong Show? Remember that? Yeah. So we're not really going to gong her. She's not going to do a bad thing. But in 2 minutes, she's done. Brooke, we love you, but you've got to quit in 2 minutes. So we're going to cut you off. Everything goes dead in 2 minutes. And then the next person, you need to go ahead and be ready. I think Shelly's ready. And then that Jennifer's next. So we're going to come down the line here. So everybody be ready. Are you guys ready? Yeah! Where's Diana, by the way? Diana? So you're putting this on Google Docs? So Diana's putting all this on Google Docs. And then she'll tweet out. So when you're finished, you'll have links and topics. So if we spend 40 minutes doing this, what's 40 divided by 2? 20. You'll have 20 tools that we can share. Fair enough? All right. Are you ready?
I think so.
Ready to go.
All right. So I'm going to show you a tool that I used in one of my sessions. And there was a small amount of people, so I'm hoping at least most of you will be impressed by this, okay? And I expect you to do it all when I finish, okay? So if you've never used a Google form, what you're looking at on the board is a Google form. I use them for everything. Think like as kids are coming in, think bell ringer, exit slips, whatever, right? So make a quick Google form for them to answer. If you've never used a Google form, that data then goes to a spreadsheet, right? So we want to be cross-curricular in everything we do. We want to include all of our content everywhere, right? So I'm going to show you one of my favorite new Google tools called My Maps. It functions very similarly to a Google Doc or Google Slide, whatever. You can share, do cool stuff with it. So earlier in my session, I took a quick poll here. I asked for a name and their favorite vacation destination, which I have right here in a form. I have 3 columns: timestamp, name, favorite vacation. Think in terms of like battles, major battles, or tectonic movement, or constructive, destructive forces. Think about some of those things that you do in your classroom. So I'm going to import a layer here. I'm going to go to my Google Drive. I am going to go to Presentation Resources here, and I'm going to click on the spreadsheet that has my responses in it. And Google is really smart, and it is going to ask me what column wants to be my place mark. I'm going to click Favorite Vacation Destination, and then it wants to know the title for the place mark, so I'm going to click Name and Finish. What it's going to do is add a layer to that map with that data that you just collected from a Google form. And this is a really great discussion starter. Okay, so you can click on these, and it's really cool. Any kind of data that you can put in a spreadsheet, you can import as a layer on a Google map. So it's really great, cool discussion, and I have 8 seconds left.
Way to go, Brooke. If this wasn't a $1,000 mic, you could do this. And as the next person, now you're... Miss Clark is the principal. We have principal in here, so everybody sit up straight. And Lakewood,
Yes.
and I'm stalling for you. She's getting her name in there. But they're rock stars. And by the way, I was stranded at the Louisville airport, and these 2 wonderful ladies gave me a ride home. So thank you.
I gotta change it down. Sorry, I logged in with the wrong one.
It's okay.
Hey, Ellen, I think that means I get a GoPro, right?
You might. There's a good chance. This is a great time to thank our sponsors. IPEVO, they've got a bunch of cool document cameras and interactive classroom set. We have Creative Images. Everybody talk to Creative Images. They have some cool stuff. Pomeroy was in the house. Ergotron was some cool stuff. And KET was here. And we also were virtually sponsored by Nearpod. And there's one more. Who's the other one, Will? Anybody else virtually? I think that's it. And, of course, WKU and sponsoring this multi-million-dollar building for us. Very serious about his timing. Since you're a principal, and always principals cause some kind of problems. Can I get an amen?
So Google Chrome has extensions. A lot of people don't know that Google Chrome has extensions, but
see all those little cute icons next to my address bar up there? Each one of those is an extension that you can have in Google Chrome. Now, one extension that you can add is called YouTube Ad Block. So those of you that like to show videos to your students, you know they always have like that 30-second commercial at the beginning that's sometimes not appropriate for students viewing. You can actually get this ad block for YouTube, and then when you go into YouTube, you see here now how next to my address bar there's a little red square with the 2 arrows in it. That means that YouTube Ad Block is working on the site. So if I see a video that would normally have an ad in front of it, which I've got a couple here on my favorites list that I know always have an ad, which Broken Escalator here always has an ad in front of it. And it doesn't have it today because it says it was cleaned by Ad Block for YouTube. So it took off that 30-second ad before the video started, which is super nice so that you don't have to worry about that. Another fun extension to use in YouTube is, say I don't want to make this full screen, but I don't want the kids to pay attention to the stuff over here. This one's called Lights Out, so I can block out the rest of the things around the screen, and I'm only watching that video there in the center.
But you can still toggle so
that's
easily.
another cool extension that you can add.
Chrome extension.
There's also an extension that, say I'm on a web page that I really just love to be on, like the Hardin County web page, just because we're in a hurry. I can just add that web page to my Google Drive. So it'll make a PDF of it and it'll put it in my Google Drive. So if I ever have a website that I want to find, it'll place it in my Google with that Google Drive Chrome extension. So there's my 3 Chrome extensions in 2 minutes. 10 seconds left. So we've got video.
Give it up for administration. Next we have Jennifer Gonzalez. She's coming on up. Now, you're a real live bona fide blogger, right? Like for real?
Yeah.
So you might tell them briefly what you do, or you log on here, or what do you do?
Yes, I do.
You know, you've heard about bloggers on TV and stuff? She's real.
I've met a lot of these people are bloggers.
Yeah.
Who else blogs? Awesome. Couple? I blogged, but my mom got tired of reading it, so I quit.
I wish I could see the screen better on my iPad.
Been doing it for 2 years. Starting to get a little traction. Oh, I don't need to be on YouTube, but just need to be on. I can't talk and do stuff at the same time. Okay, I have 2, but I'm just going to do one now. Maybe a lot later. Okay, so because I'm a blogger, I work from home, and I need to be able to work without distraction. And my husband also works at home, and he's noisy. And this is a fantastic, I love this site so much. Noisely.com, Noisli. It is a white noise machine. It is fantastic. So let me just show you. No. I don't need you to help me get started. No. Okay. So here's the rain sound. Do we have speakers? The computer's muted. Thank you. Okay. Little note, but that's not all. I can add thunder.
Could you imagine for like a writer's workshop?
You like it as much as I do. Let's say I want to be in a cafe. I love working in cafes.
I've got to tell a writing teacher about
Look
this.
at the color changing. I actually open it in a 50-second video on my desktop so I can get to see big color changes while I'm working. Imagine if you've got all your students working on writing projects or something. Pop them on the earbuds, have them go on here. They can create their own combinations. Also, if you set up a free account, you can set up exactly, you see I can like lower the thunder, or I can add ocean sounds or whatever. It's not fun. Anyway, you create your own combinations and you can save them. So you can go back in and just say, hey, that's my productivity tool or whatever. So that's Noisely. I got another one to show you later when I do color, but I just wanted to get this out here to the world. That's all. I'm not working on it.
That's pretty awesome. So if we want to work at home, can we have one that has like a bunch of noisy kids? That we can... Oh, it's black out? Okay, my bad. So Brandon is here from Jefferson County. Who else is from Jefferson County? What? Where's the love, man? Y'all used to know.
I know, right? I try to get people out here.
Are you good? You good?
Yeah, I'm good to go. Alright, so yeah, my name is Brandon. I teach science, but I mean, obviously the app I'm going to show you guys doesn't really matter too much. It's called EduCreations. It's one of the interactive whiteboard apps. I used this a long time ago, and to be honest, it kind of sucked. It wasn't very good. They've revamped it though, and so what they've done is they've actually added to where you have classes now. You can set up classes, and myself, and I'm sure all you guys as well, with grading, with teaching, with possibly coaching kids, animals, whatever you've got in your life, you don't have time to set up student accounts. So all you have to do with this is if you set up a class, it actually gives you, I love this, for any kind of app. I always look for having a class code. Then my students can enter this code in on their iPad or their device. It just needs to have some sort of internet tool. They enter that in and automatically enrolls them in my class. When they do a presentation, this is how they explain how they understand something to me. And they don't have to submit anything, they just save it, they just name it. So if I look, I've got a few students that created some things, but I can also create an example lesson. So that one was just an example of how to use this. But what's cool is I can go in and I can create a lesson, and while I'm going, I can record, I can draw on the screen while it's recording. It's also recording my voice. I can also add pictures, add text, or I can even edit the screen. So those of you that are maybe in a math class, if you like to have grid paper with coordinates on there, you can add that as well. And then whenever I'm finished, when I'm finished recording, I hit pause, I can play it back. And I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it, but you can also, so it's adding it, it's no big deal, you don't need to hear me again. But it's playing back my voice, they can change it. But anyway, so this is how students can basically create lessons to basically explain how they already have a rubric set up for this, so they use the same rubric every single time to explain the concepts that we've learned in class. So there's my time.
So this is Jennifer Welch from Madisonville Community College. A little higher ed going on here. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
Alright, my app is called Ditty, D-I-T-T-Y. I teach biology and anatomy, and students always need that reminder, write your lab report, to do your homework, etc. If they get tired of hearing me say it, so I decided we should sing it. But not me, it can sing it for me. So Ditty, when you open it up, I don't know how to do a sound here. Okay, you can pick free songs, and of course they have paid ones too, but you can pick your favorite song, and at the bottom here, you have 50 characters, and you can write anything in 50 characters, and it will sing it for you. So I picked the Hallelujah chorus, and you just type it and then hit next. And then it's going to sing it for me for my students. Sometime. So I have it sing like study for your test, do your best, and you can change the songs. You can share it. You can share it in lots of ways. Facebook messages, mail. You can save it to your 10-year-olds a movie. I embed it in my LMS because then it's a movie file and they can watch it and it's cool and sometimes they pay attention to it. That's Ditty. Thanks.
I had no idea that existed.
So now you can send it to your students. Where's up? Y'all know we have, well, I'm not going to embarrass you. Oh, this shit. Somebody in this building was American Idol. She can sing for our classes. Y'all, can you sing? Can you hurry up? One second. Hey, now tell you we're giving some prizes away. What'd you say? To the SmackDown presenters? We should have had one like the best SmackDown presenter or something. Who said that's me? Yeah, he presented yet, man. about to. All right, Kyle Summers, TC Cherry Elementary School.
This is Google Keep, but just it's one of the newer Google apps. It's actually in competition with Evernote, if anybody uses Evernote out there. Some of it's new. Pretty handy. Basically the same concept as Evernote, except it connects if you're using Google Apps for Education. You can use it with your that already. You can easily share with people that are already connected on Google and take notes. Because most of the time I would go to a team meeting and I'd be like, well, do I want to open a Google Docs? Do I want to use Evernote? What am I going to be more likely to get to share with people? And I found this, so I can do quick notes. You can then click on them. You can color them in. You can add, quickly share people that are in your directory. You can set reminders to something like that. But I really like to say I had all these 3 notes and I wanted to combine them. I can quickly share them and I thought, oh, and then you can click right here and then copy it to a Google Docs. Open up, I've got all 3 notes in one doc. So instead of just typing everything, and everything I do here obviously is on my phone. Brand new Google Keep app came out on Thursday. So how much time do we have? 40 seconds. But I'm done already. That's all it is. Easy note taking.
That's me.
That's the presenter line. Is he presenting? We need some more presenters, or we're going to start. Brandon, who are we next? You better get somebody down here. We need some more people. Will, you got it? Okay, Will, you gonna come? Okay, good. So we got Julie from Allen County, all the way from Allen County. Who's from Allen County here? Nice. Go.
Okay, this is more for parental people. I teach music, so I'm a very right brain person, not a left brain person. And my older child is now doing math I do not understand, nor can I do. And my husband used to teach math, and so he's not always home to help with homework and things like that. And this wonderful app called PhotoMath is my savior. But what's great for it for me is not only does it help with the answer, but I love it because it shows me why it works, which is helpful for me. So let's see if I can just shoot it. So I created this insane.
Oh, cool.
Okay, it not only does the problem instantly, which is nice for me because my brain doesn't function that way, but then you can click on steps.
Oh.
And it gives you the steps. Please don't hate me, math teachers. Do not stone me.
Are you kidding me? I'm a math teacher and I love it.
But I can understand this, and I can sit there with my child and work through why something is, why it functions that way. And it helps when my husband's not there, because usually he does this and he can do it in his head. I can't do that. But this is helpful for me. PhotoMath.
That's the first time I've ever heard anybody boo, Julie. The math teachers are like, boo. Math teachers like you do like 200 problems that you don't know what to do every night. Who's next? Drew's a math teacher, by the way. Should have seen what he was doing up here. Jamie. Come on, Jamie. Jamie, you're from Hardin County, that's right. Because you gave me a ride home, too. I was stuck. They brought me home. So y'all know each other on Twitter? First time hang out? First time face to face? Cool.
love. I am a 4th grade teacher, and if you have not met Edpuzzle, here's your introduction. Your students will absolutely love it, so let's go ahead and talk about what it is. So the first thing that's wonderful, when they go to log in, if your kids have Google accounts, they actually can log in with their Google, which is so wonderful because then they don't have to have an extra username and password. Or if you use Edmodo with them, they can log in with Edmodo. So this is edpuzzle.com, and let me get signed in. Can you pause that while I get signed in? Sweet. Hey, no math one, no math. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, so you can create classes, and just like the gentleman showed up here, it'll give you a specific class code, and you can actually assign assignments by searching. And what's cool is it searches all of these different sources. So, like, we just finished talking about main idea, so you just add them to your content, and then you can assign them to your classes, maybe. You can assign them to your classes, and this is free. This is free. Yeah, which is always good, yeah. But what's even neater about this is they can't skip through the videos. They cannot skip through the videos. You actually can see their progress of who has watched it and who has not. Some of the videos that you can upload to your content actually has questions, and they answer the questions, and it'll grade it for you. So yeah, really cool, flipped classroom. This is awesome for homework. I'm done.
Who's next? Jennifer, you gonna come on? Remember, what does she do? She's the rhymes with jogger.
So, yes. This is for any of your students who are designing something where they need colors for something. So, this may not necessarily have a strong academic tie, but a lot of times if you're going to have your students, for example, make an eye movie and they want to make like a little intro cover or something, a lot of times for me anyway, I do a lot of illustrations for my blog. I'm always trying to decide what colors go together nicely. So I found this website that I'll show you, and it's called Coolers. Here's how it works. It will give you color palettes. Click this thing called a generator. And all I'm hitting right now is the space bar. Every time I hit the space bar, it gives me a new color palette. Say I kind of like this one, but maybe I don't particularly like this color. What I can do is lock all of these other ones, and then I can say, okay, give me some other colors that go nicely with these other ones. So I hit space bar, and just that middle one is changing. So suppose this is a palette I really like, or maybe I only need 3 colors. Then I can change one of them to like black or white or something, so that almost just sort of takes it out of the running. And then I can just keep fiddling with it until whatever I forgot to lock it. So suppose I really like this purple. I can get the RGB colors, if you know what that is. If you're in PowerPoint and you want to change the color, you want to go to a custom color, it'll ask you for the red, the green, and the blue values. You know what TMKY is or something, or if you know what a hex code number is, if you're doing coding, it'll ask you for the hex code. So there's basically a lot of different ways online to name a color, but you can specifically get that color. And it's just really handy for trying to figure out what colors look nice together. Sometimes you can just get really lost just clicking this thing and just looking at different kinds of color palettes. So for your students who are into design at all, wanting to look for colors that look nicely together, that's COOLORS.
Thank you, Jennifer. Next, at W King BG is ready. Are you ready, Dr. King? He's not a doctor, I just call him that. He plays one on TV, yeah. gets all the time he needs.
All right, ready? All right, go. I do a lot of public relations with with Bowling Green High School, being the principal there, and so doing a lot of Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. We use tools to get our images out there and put stuff over the images. One of my favorite tools is an app called Over. It's available for iPhone and Android. So I click Over. It's going to ask me what picture do I want to put text over. So I'm going to click the football field. We have a football game tonight, so I'm going to add some text. I'm going to put BG versus Grayson County. And I'm going to leave it white, so I'm done. So now I can adjust it with my fingers. I'm going to make it fit the football field just perfect. So I can get that just right. Then I'm going to add some more text. And I'm going to put 7 p.m. And so I can put the price. I can put whether it's it's a purple out or a gray out or whatever. It's wear your Halloween costume. And then I can go over here and I can adjust the font, and I can save it to my camera roll, and now it's ready to share on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Oh, that's cool.
That app is called Over. Let me show you another app that I like to use for public relations. This one is called Retype. It's the top right there, Retype. So it has all kinds of cool fonts and things. If I just click on one, it lets me replace what's already written there. So I'm going to go in, I can do like quotes of the day, like purples. It's Friday, have a great day. I'm going to say, TeachMeet Kentucky 2015. And so I'm done. And now I can go through and click on different ones until I find something right.
Oh, cool.
So I can use this for, parent-teacher conferences.
Read it right over.
Can't hear myself think about Retype. Top right, retype. Over and retype. Alright. And you got any time left? Alright. Thank you.
Y'all want to give me more time? Come back up. Who's next? Alright. 2 people at once.
Okay, just while that's loading, my name is Shannon Carter. I'm WKU senior. Graduating this spring, so social studies teacher this spring. Look me up. Anyway, so we did virtual reality, and this is a great way to take your students back in time, take them to a different city. This is just for history because that's what I know. But this is the Coliseum one, and we showed this in our session, but I want to show it to the world. If you hover over the target, but you can drag it around. It's virtual reality, so if you want to go around the Coliseum, look, now you're in battle. My iPad is not liking it, but on the PC, it works. Anyways, there he is. Okay. And then put the naval battle. Go. Okay, that's good. But it'll take you to different scenes. So now we're in the Coliseum during a naval battle, and students can look around. But there's also ones for different cities. You can go to Russia, you can go to China, you can go to the Great Wall. As you can see on this other website, there are ones for like a World War I trench that we'll go to.
Oh, cool.
Expeditions. Done a pilot program like 2 days ago that started in the U.S. and Australia. It's a virtual field trip anywhere around the world. They get these almost Oculus Rift devices, and you tilt around. It's like you're there. You can go, like she said, back in time through anatomy systems. You basically get to be Miss Frizzle, as we all strive to be. Students basically anywhere in the world or even out of the world. Actually, the sky's the limit.
Oh, she's got it. She's totally got it. It looks like that. And you can slide your own smartphone in here, and as you like move it around.
Oh, that's so cool.
Virtual reality.
Next up, our esteemed administrator from Bowling Green Junior High School, John Dempsey.
Okay, this is real simple.
Have you ever seen a flower or even a weed and wondered what it was? My mother-in-law actually showed me this summer. We were in the Smokies, so it's called Like That Garden. And all you do is you can either take a picture or it will access your your camera, your photos. So I took this picture just the other day. What it does is it will go out over the internet and scan that picture, and it will tell you exactly what that flower is instantly. It scans Google and all the flowers that are on the web and tell you. So I'll do one more just so you can see it. I like to garden, so that's pretty cool. But even the only thing I've noticed is it's coming up kind of slow. It's called Like That Garden. It's an app and it's free. So, and if I could get okay, here's another flower that I took. So see, it's scanning up in the corner, and then boom, it tells me exactly what that is. So, and it logs the history. So if you can almost do a virtual, if you you have to do the leaf collection, or you used to, or anything like that, you can do it virtually now through this app, and it will record everything that you see. But you can take pictures of it's specifically designed for the flowers, but it'll also do the leaves on trees and everything, and tell you exactly what the tree is. It's pretty cool.
Now, Dempsey, y'all. Thank you, John. When I go looking for flowers, I'll think of you. Next up is Rachel Carrico. She's from Bowling Green High School.
28%. My wonderful battery. For sure? I need it.
Okay, so this is a resource for those that use iPhones or iPads. Use iPads in the classroom. This is a medium to regulate what the students get on. So if I wanted them to only be able to get on, say, let's see what you got here, this cam scanner for whatever reason. I don't want them getting on any other app on their phone. If you triple click on your iPhone or on your iPad, it will regulate that. Let's see if I can go to General on the settings. You can go to Accessibility here. And then turn on the guided access. See, he has it turned off. If I turn it on, what will happen is I can set a passcode where the passcode settings are. And so whenever I say set the so say I do 1111. I'm messing with your phone here. Yeah, you gotta keep it easy for you. All right. So I only want my students to go to the podcast. Okay. They can only be on the podcast app on their iPhone or on the iPad. Triple click on your home button and see it says Guided Access Start. They cannot get out of that iPad app or the iPhone app until you get them out. If they click on anything else, it says Guided Access is enabled. Triple click the home button to exit. And so I triple click and I can type that in and get them off there and regulate what they're on. This is good for my little toddler who likes getting on my iPhone and on the learning apps, and so that regulated that.
My kid likes to get on my face.
Rachel Carrico, y'all. Broke my phone. Listen, that is one of the things that I've witnessed. We don't use that accessibility features enough inside your iPad, so we need to jump on that. Who's next? Anyone? Anyone? Okay, well, come on again. He's anxious. What'd you say?
I know your passcode now.
You said it's my birthday.
Or you can come up here and meet
Is that what you're doing right now? Of course. Okay, I'm ready. Yeah. Okay, so this is Canva. Canva is absolutely wonderful. It's all about designing. I've actually taken Canva to the next level instead of just me using it. My students use it as well. Once again, you can sign in with your Google account, which is absolutely wonderful. And you can do all kinds of different things on Canva, but refresh.
Work for me.
There we go. Okay, so talk and type at the same time. That is super hard. Oh, of course. Who has too many? Sorry, buddy.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so like I said, you can design as many different things as you choose. You can make custom dimensions. This actually also makes, like you see all these different things with social media. You can make presentations using this. But there are so many options. You can see all these. Like Facebook covers. I make my children's birthday invitations on here and get them printed out. But what's really neat and so many people do not know is there is actually a design. There's like a design part that has teaching materials. And you can actually teach your kids the design part of this. So if that's something that interests them, then that's really cool. So you can see the different workshops.
Awesome, good job. All right, I got one. I'm not great at it. I wish Sheena. Pretty good. Shara, Grant, that's your sister. I'm not doing anything. Actually, that's Shara. Right. And she can sing like crazy. So this, I was gonna have you come up here and embarrass you, but I won't. Well, it's not. I mean, you did do American Idol, right? So, this is Loopy. Have you ever been on Jimmy Fallon? No? Okay. Have you seen Loopy? You know what this is? Yeah. I'm not real. Who knows how to use it? Anybody? So we're going to have Cher was on American Idol, right? Right here. We have American Idol people coming to our TeachMeet, just saying. And she and her sister were one of my students a long time ago, so I'm getting old. So I think this goes, I can't do it right. No one knows how to use this? What is Boom, chicka-lugga-lugga. And then it's supposed to play. How you make it play? Anybody know? Boom. Someday I'm gonna break. I wish I was in the land of cotton. Now, how do you make it play? Here it is. It didn't work. Somebody go.
Yeah, just play. It's 14 seconds long.
That's a recording. This stinks. Y'all start going.
Boo! So much stage.
Well, it worked when Jimmy Fallon and Billy Joel did it. Would someone figure that app out and call me because I really want to learn how to use it? Who will do that? Who will figure it out? What's wrong with you people? Okay, well, I guess we won't give prizes away, will we, Will? So who will? Okay, thank you. All right.
Don't need 2 minutes. Okay, I don't need 2 minutes. Basically, for those of you that like to text and like the avatar thing, you can create your own avatar that's supposed to look like you. Create your facial features, your hair, and then it adds it to your keyboard when you go to send a message. So just like you have emojis, you can send a message that is your avatar.
Oh, that's
I don't need 2 minutes for that, but it's pretty neat. And it actually sets it up through your email. So I could actually set these up for each of my students that have a Google account. All right, peace out.
That's cool. Oh, that's so cool.
All right, we're getting ready to hand out this stuff. Drew, can you help us? I'm going to shuffle up this stuff. Do y'all want one of us to draw? Or